morning, WW Robinson. Today is October 8th, 2018. I have Deshawn with me this morning. How are you, Deshawn?
Good.
Good. Are you ready for a great Monday?
Yes.
Me too. It is day 7 in our rotation. And Deshawn, what is for lunch today?
Baked macaroni, cheese, breadsticks, green beans, baby carrots, apples, slices, choice of juice, choice of milk.
All right. Sounds like a good lunch for today. And we have Alexia here this morning to tell us about the weather. Deshawn, back up and let Alexia slide by you there. Come on over here and I'll hold this up for you. Tell everybody, what is it today?
Cloudy.
It is cloudy. What's another word for what it looks like out this morning? Do you know another word? Can you tell everybody that?
Okay.
Is it foggy? Yeah, it's a little foggy this morning. All right. Thank you, Alexia. And we have Moses here to lead us in the pledge. So please stand. There you go. All the way over here, Moses. Let's switch hands. All right. Ready?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Good job, Moses. Please join me for a moment of silence. Thank you. All right, we have a few birthdays today. Celebrating today on the 8th, we have Genesis Delgadillo, Jacob Gibson, Justin Holcomb, and Emma Stickley. So happy birthday to those folks. Hope you have an absolutely wonderful day. 2 other announcements that I have this morning are boys and girls that are interested in being in the Cub Scouts. Your teacher has a letter that you can ask for that gives you all the information you need to know. So please ask your teacher if you're interested, and they will have a sign up this Thursday at 7 o'clock here at Robinson. So if you're interested in Cub Scouts, please ask your teacher for a flyer. Rockin' Robins, if you're interested in that, it starts in November. It's every Tuesday in November from 3:30 to 5. And if you're interested, please see one of your PE teachers about how to sign up, but you'll sign up through Parks and Rec. And I believe that I have a special guest with me this morning that has an announcement. So, Deshawn, I'm going to let you sit here, and Miss Paolini's going to come on.
Good morning, WW Robinson. My name is Miss Paolini. I'm the kindergarten 3rd grade counselor. This month, October, is Bullying Awareness Month. So all the counselors will be coming into your classrooms to talk about bullying, what's the difference between bullying and being mean, how to handle being bullied, who you could talk to about being bullied. So besides us coming in your classrooms, we have lots of fun activities planned for the month. I know the last week of October, we're going to have dress-up days. We're going to have a poster contest. We're going to have a movie night. So teachers, you will get an email that kind of goes over everything and as a letter to send home to your students. Thank you.
All right. Sounds like fun. Deshawn, are you going to dress up?
No.
No. What?
No.
Come on. Well, maybe we'll find one that excites you and make you want to do it.
Okay.
Okay. You don't seem too convinced. No? All right. All right. Do you have any shout outs before I read a little bit this morning?
Yeah. Miss Plogger, Miss Walls, Miss Goodwin, Miss Rittenhouse, Miss Olin, and that's it.
All right. Lots of shout outs to your teachers. All right. This chapter is called The Gosling. And if you remember our friend Roz just learned a lot of information from our friend the possum, right?
Mhm.
Yes. And so he still has that gosling egg, right?
Yes.
Okay. So this chapter is called The Gosling. Something was happening inside the goose egg. Tap, 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 tap. Crunch. A tiny bill poked through the eggshell, peeped once, and then continued crunching away. The hole grew bigger and bigger, and then, like a robot breaking from a crate, the hatchling pulled himself out into the world. He lay quietly in his nest with his eyes closed, surrounded by chips of broken shell. And when his eyes slowly winked open, the very first thing he saw was the robot looking back. "Mama, Mama," peeped the gosling. "I am not your mother," said the robot. "Mama, Mama." "I am not your mother." "Food, food." The gosling was hungry. Of course he was. So, using his friendliest voice, Roz said, "What would you like to eat, little darling?" "Food," was the only response. The hatchling was far too young to be helpful. Roz needed to find a grown goose, so she scooped up the nest with the gosling inside, placed it on her flat shoulder, and marched through the forest searching for geese. Do you know what goslings eat? Maybe we'll find out. Chapter 28, The Old Goose. Ordinarily, the forest animals would have run away from the monster, but they were awfully curious why she was carrying a hatchling on her shoulder. And once Roz explained the situation, the animals actually tried to help. A frog pointed Roz up to the squirrels. A squirrel recommended that she speak with the magpies, and then a magpie sent them over to the beaver pond. The ground grew soggier and soggier. The grass grew taller, and soon the robot and the gosling were looking across a wide, murky pond. Dragonflies buzzed through the reeds. Turtles sunned themselves on a log. Schools of small fish gathered in the shadows. And there, floating in the center of the pond, was an old gray goose. "A very good morning to you," the robot's friendly voice boomed over the water. "I have an adorable little gosling with me." The goose just stared. "I am in great need of your assistance," said Roz. "Actually, the gosling is in need of your assistance." The goose didn't move. "Food," peeped the gosling. "Food, food." That tiny voice was more than the old goose could bear, and she began gliding across the pond and squawking to the robot. "What are you doing with that hungry hatchling? Where are his parents?" "There was a terrible accident," said Roz. "It was my fault. The gosling is the only survivor." "If there was a terrible accident, why does your voice sound so cheerful?" The goose flapped her wings. "Are you sure you didn't eat his parents?" "Oh, I'm sure I did not eat his parents," said Roz, returning to her normal voice. "I do not eat anything, including parents." The goose squinted at the robot. Then she said, "Do you know who his parents were?" "I do not know." "Well, they must have belonged to one of the other flocks on the island, because nobody in my flock is missing. Will you take the gosling?" "I most certainly will not," squawked the goose. I can't take in every orphan I see. You say this is your fault. It seems to me that it's up to you to make things right." "Mama, Mama," peeped the gosling. "I have tried to tell him that I am not his mother," said the robot, "but he does not understand." "Well, you'll have to act like his mother if you want him to survive." There was that word again, act. Very slowly, the robot was learning to act friendly. Maybe she could learn to act motherly as well. "You do want him to survive, don't you?" said the goose. "Yes, I do want him to survive," said the robot, "but I do not know how to act like a mother." "Oh, it's nothing. You just have to provide the gosling with food and water and shelter and make him feel loved. But don't pamper him too much. Keep him away from danger and make sure he learns to walk and talk and swim and fly and get along with others and look after himself. And that's really all there is to motherhood." The robot just stared. "Mama, food," said the gosling. Now would probably be a good time to feed your son," said the goose. "Yes, of course," said the robot. "What should I feed him?" "Give him some mashed up grass, and if a few insects get in there, all the better." Roz tore several blades of grass from the ground. She mashed them into a ball and then dropped the ball into the nest. The gosling shook his tail feathers and chewed his very first bites of food. By the way, my name is Loudwing, said the goose. Everyone already knows your name, Roz, but what's the gosling's name? I do not know. The robot looked at her adopted son. What is your name, Gosling? She's asking. Roz is asking the goose. What is your name, Gosling? He can't name himself, squawked Loudwing. And then with a loud burst of wing beats, the goose fluttered up from the pond and landed right on Roz's head. Water streamed down the robot's dusty body as Loudwing leaned over the nest. Oh dear, he certainly is a tiny thing, said Loudwing. He must be a runt. I'll warn you, Roz, runts usually don't last very long. And with you for a mother, it'll take a miracle for him to survive. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. However, the gosling still deserves a name. Let's see here. His bill is an unusually bright color. It's actually quite lovely. If I were his mother, I'd call him Bright Bill. But you're his mother, so it's up to you. His name will be Bright Bill, said Roz as the goose fluttered back to the water. And we will live by this pond where he can be around the other geese. I will find a sturdy tree nearby. You will do no such thing, the goose flapped her wings. A tree is no place for a gosling. Bright Bill needs to live on the ground like a normal goose. Loudwing sized up the robot. I suppose you two will need a rather large home. You'd better speak with Mr. Beaver. He can build anything. He's a little gruff at times, but if you're extra friendly, I'm sure he'll help you out. And if he gives you trouble, remind him that he owes me a favor. All right, we will stop there. So you can be the kind of leader that you would choose to follow and make it a great day.